Hey, I'm James, and I am an AML survivor. That's acute myeloid leukemia, in case you're new to this. We hear the word cancer, we know what it means. It's bad news, right? But what's leukemia? It's blood cancer. Literally, cancer of the blood. So it's everywhere. It's pretty crap. And the A in AML stands for acute, means aggressive, intense, severe. But means it can be treated quickly, so we can attack it as aggressively as it attacks us. It sounds good on paper, but it's actually pretty brutal. So why me? Why is this bold geezer sat talking to you? Yep, skinhead, we'll get to that in a bit. Well, I'm still here. So what's my story? Let's get real. Thursday, 20th of May, 2010. I got told you've got leukemia. AML specifically, hence the video. How to find out? I was knackered, bloody shattered. Couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without feeling like I'd run a marathon. Which is surprising because I was an athlete, a karate fighter. I was competing for England. Not so surprising when you consider I had about half the red blood cells I should have. They carry oxygen around the body, so pretty much gasping for breath. Nosebleeds lasted hours because I had 0 platelets. They clot your blood. So if I bumped my head, I'd have bled to death. But that's what leukemia does. It dominates your bloodstream. It takes over your bone marrow. Cancerous cells multiply and wipe out your regular cells till you struggle to breathe, bleed when you shouldn't, and catch a cold that will kill you because you don't have an immune system. It kills off your white blood cells. They fight infection. Lucky for me, I caught it early. I got the treatment I needed. 4 rounds of chemotherapy, 5 months in hospital. Few complications. I had pneumonia at one point. That sucked, but I was in remission. Happy days. Went back to uni, graduated, represented England again, fought for a world title. Then I relapsed. It's always a risk. Here we go again. This time, I'd have a stem cell transplant. It's like a bone marrow transplant. Kind of the same thing. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Another 4 months in hospital. 4 more rounds of chemo. 6 bouts of total body irradiation. TBI for short. Heavy duty stuff. Not gonna lie, that was minging. At the end of it all though, my younger sister, she saved my life. She was my stem cell donor. Her blood flows through my veins right now. It's crazy. How was treatment? I had it pretty easy. I mean, yeah, I felt sick a fair bit, threw my guts up a lot, but who's not had a hangover? Preferably not if you're under 16. I lost my hair. Told you, bold geezer. I think it got better actually. So what? It's a small price to pay. 18 months later, I was flying the flag for England again, fighting in Vegas, living my best life. The toughest part? The mental fight. With AML, you spend 90% of your time as an inpatient. That means you're kept in hospital, hence inpatient. I spent 286 days in hospital. Confined to the same 4 walls, locked away in isolation to avoid infection. That's the hardest part, keeping control of this. But my mindset, fighter's mindset, athlete mentality. My coach said to me, it's just another fight. And I love the fight. So I attacked it head on, like a bull in a china shop. Because just like a fight, when fighting cancer, you can only tackle what's right in front of you. 1 round at a time. So I took each day, 1 at a time. That's all you can do. I came out the other side of it, a stronger person, a better human being. It made me the man I am today. Everything I've done since, everything I've achieved, has been in the wake of beating leukemia. I turned it into a positive, used it to my advantage. But I put it to you that I wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for charities like this. Because if it weren't for priceless research, I wouldn't be sat here delivering this message, talking to you right now. Without the work of Cure Leukemia, I might not have a story to tell. The money we raise goes towards funding clinical trials essential to finding a cure. Without clinical trials, people miss out on life-saving treatment. So your money could fund specialist nurses, finance new drugs and medication, ease somebody's pain. Your money could mean the difference between life and death, between a young boy or girl telling you their story in years to come, or not. you could help fund a trial that keeps them alive. Supporting Cure Leukemia could give somebody else, young or old, the opportunity to make memories, achieve big things, make a difference. Who knows, maybe even inspire them to find a cure for cancer. Or it could just give them the chance to live a happy life. Just the chance to enjoy all the things that you and I take for granted. And I know what I'm talking about, because I'm one of the lucky ones. Leukemia doesn't discriminate. It doesn't pick sides. It could happen to you, your brother, sister, mum, dad, your partner, even your kids. So how can you help? Well, you could start by following Cure Leukemia today. Pretty simple. Social media, all that jazz. At least then, you're aware. If you want, make a donation, however much you like. Online, via the website, there's a big red button says donate, top of the page. You can't miss it. Or don't spend a dime. Instead, use your time. Love a rhyme. Become a Cure Leukemia lifesaver. Fancy title. It's dead simple. Raise £100 however you like. Anything goes. Keep it clean. You don't have to run a marathon or climb Kilimanjaro. Climb a goddamn tree. Bake a cake. Do some push-ups. Go have a bath in some baked beans. Anything to raise £100. £100. A ton. That's it. I mean, don't hold back. Go ahead, raise more. But if enough people do something, anything, to raise £100, goes a long way. How do I become a Cure Leukemia lifesaver, I hear you ask? Just follow the link attached to this post, somewhere down there. And if you want to find out more, check out the website. Sacrifice some of your time to inspire a few people to dip into their pockets, or dip into yours if you can. And maybe you don't have to listen to my ugly mug ever again. Maybe someday you'll be listening to somebody else tell their story. All because you did your bit, however big or small, to give somebody else a chance at life. Wouldn't that be worth something?